Okay, in this training video, we're going to go through how to monitor Google Ads. Now, this is a part of our actual training that's linked down in the description, so we're going to give you a sample of that. The most common question we get is how to monitor your Google Ads campaigns once they're running and how to optimize those campaigns for profits, because there's a lot of metrics inside of Google Ads. A lot of them are just impressions and quality score and optimization score and a lot of other ones that, you can keep an eye on, but they're not really the most important for getting more profit. There's a few key metrics you want to focus on and things you want to monitor to make sure you're in line with where you should be and you're set up and optimizing your Google Ads campaigns for profit. So we're going to walk you through that training now and give you some more examples of that. So we're inside of our Google Ads test account now, just to give you an idea of how to monitor Google Ads once everything's up and running. So one thing you want to do first off is reset the columns. So we'll show you how to reset these as far as what you should be tracking. One thing you want to do to monitor your Google Ads PPC campaigns, if this isn't already expanded, it's just going to be a little option here for show chart. So that's going to show your chart for how your ads are going based on the time you have selected. So here's an example inside of a live campaign. So you'll go through best way to set it up. Usually you'll do click here, the first one, you'll do performance and then you'll do cost. You could even do clicks. There's a couple of other high level options here. And then we recommend doing cost though. So you'll set that up for the first one. And then the second one you'll set up for usually conversions. So you'll click that. So you have a chart that has the blue one's cost and conversions are the second one. So that way you can select a time frame. You can do 30 days, 90 days, a year, 7 days, whatever it is. You usually do monthly. And you could look at the chart to make sure there's not a drop off on cost, which means there's no clicks, or you could even do impressions, whichever. But cost, it knows it's spending money. So it didn't break, it's not paused, nothing strange is happening. And your conversions somewhat line up with that. It's not going to be perfect, but they should somewhat mirror each other. So when you go through here, you can change the adjust right here. You can do daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want the chart to look like. But this is just a simple trick to monitor your Google Ads campaigns at a glance at a higher level. So you can see how much you're spending per day and then how many conversions coming through. This particular account is about $50 to $75 per conversion. It's a much higher level sale. So it depends. You might have $5 conversions. You might have $200 conversions, depending on what industry you're in. So this particular one is about $75 per conversion. It's a much higher level industry, much more expensive leads and very expensive sales when they do close. So if you're doing a smaller one like email signups, or you have maybe a $5 cost per lead, you should see these numbers a lot higher when you flip through. Switch over to example for a smaller company here, has less volume. So this one spent $39, received 4 conversions. They're about $20 per conversion is the goal, sometimes 15. So you can see there's not a very high volume. So here's an example of a larger campaign. You'll have, say there's 4 conversions, about $70. So the charts move up and down depending on the day. You'll have slower days and busier days. But daily data isn't that useful. You probably look for weekly data, something like that. Make sure it's on point with whatever your goals are. It's a $40 cost per lead or cost per sale, whatever you're looking for. This is an easy way to just monitor where you're at depending on daily clicks or daily costs and then conversion. So very easy way to monitor it and optimize your campaigns for profits. Want to make sure the more you spend, the more conversions are coming in, whether that's sales or leads or whatever you're tracking. We'll jump back to our test campaign here. So the other thing you want to do for how to monitor your Google Ads and make sure you're getting the most profit, you want to focus on the top metrics inside of Google Ads for profit, because there's so many different things. There's the impression share and click-through rate and optimization score and all these other things. It's confusing to know what you should focus on. The main thing is your Google ads are trying to get more profit. So that needs to be more leads, more phone calls, or more sales. If you're getting lots of clicks and a high click-through rate, high quality score, high optimization score, whatever it is, but you're not getting any sales or phone calls or leads or free trial signups or whatever your conversion is that leads to sales, and there's really no reason to run the Google ads. It's just getting a whole bunch of clicks, but it's not really optimized correctly. So setting up your columns to switch them from the default is critical to monitor the Google ads performance. So it's real simple. You'll just go up here into columns and you'll modify your columns. And then you can go through here, click performance. That's most of the basic ones. We do clicks, cost, impressions, CTR, which is click-through rate, average CPC, which is average cost per click. And then that's fine right there. And then you can go to conversions. You'll do conversions, cost per conversion, and conversion rate. Also conversion value. If you're e-commerce, you need to know the dollar amount of the sales. There's some other more advanced ones for advanced users and tracking different metrics, but that covers the basics. And you can jump down to competitor metrics. These aren't as important. I mean, you really need to be focusing on conversions, cost per conversion or cost per lead, and then conversion rate. If you're not getting conversions, which is your phone calls, your leads, or your sales, you really need to re-optimize your campaign. You can't just be getting a bunch of clicks. That just wastes money. The other one, competitive metrics, these are some interesting ones to look at. But remember, these are secondary. They're not the primary goal. You can add search impression share. If you hover over these, it gives you more details. That's pretty much just how often you're showing up compared to how often you could show up. So if you're at a 20% impression share, that means there's a lot more volume. So you can up your bid, up your budget to show more often. If you're at 90 or 100% impression share, you're pretty much showing up every single time somebody searches it. So it's not a high volume one. Search top impression share and absolute top. Again, just hover over these. It tells you. They got rid of average ad positions. So this is how often you show in the top 4 positions and how often you show at the absolute top, meaning number 1. So just something to look at. You don't always want to be highest impression share and showing up at the top. That's really not the main goal of PPC ads on Google. You need to get conversions. It's not just showing up at the top and having 100% impression share and all that. That's kind of a misinformation about Google ads. You don't just want to show up on the top and ignore every other metric, because then you're just burning money. You're getting a lot of clicks, high click-through rate, high impression share, showing up at the top and not making any money. So it's inevitable. It's just going to get shut off. That's a waste of time. But these are something else to just look at as secondary metrics, as well as linking Google Analytics, which we have in a different video in our training. You can just look at some other ones. Just again, these are secondary, but just good to know. Your bounce rate, meaning if they quickly clicked on the ad and then left, it's a high bounce rate. That's not good. Pages per session, how many pages did they go to after they clicked on an ad? Sometimes that's relevant. Sometimes they only go to 1 page. Average session duration, did they spend 5 seconds or 2 minutes on your page? And percentage of new visitors. That's just something interesting to look at, so you can connect some Google Analytics metrics in there. So we do go into a lot more detail. If you look in the description link below, we have a promo for our Google Ads training. We'll expand on this a lot more, and we have a walkthrough for setting up all these other advanced campaigns and scaling up your Google Ads. So that's in the description link below for more training, but I just want to give you a high-level view and a sample of what's in our training of setting up your columns for success. This way you can monitor your Google ads and optimize them better. You have clicks, impressions, average cost per click, conversions. All the important metrics are right here rather than optimization score and interaction rate and the other fluff that's on the default. You definitely want to change the columns in Google Ads so you know how to monitor it for profit and how to optimize Google Ads campaigns for profit. And again, the easiest one is just to expand this chart here so you can monitor your Google Ads performance. Again, this is a test campaign, but you can just see at a high level view how many clicks, and again, switch this to conversions. How many clicks and how many conversions. So the two should match each other. That's a really easy way to monitor performance and to optimize long-term PPC campaigns. but wanted to give you that high level snapshot, because a lot of people don't know, once they launch the campaigns in Google, what do they do after that? How do you optimize Google Ads campaigns and get more profit? So I wanted to just show you that. Again, description link below has more training. Get that promo now, and that should cover everything for monitoring your Google Ads campaigns. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching our PPC ads training video. If you want more videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Like this video if you found it useful, and any questions, post them in the comments down below. We also have additional training, promos, links, things like that in the description, as well as any other tools for PPC tools or software that we referenced in our videos. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.